All right, here we are, going live. We are going to be watching a match today with Tim Cross and Ray Fogerland. Should be a good one. I am here with my esteemed guest, member of the Backgammon Hall of Fame, the one, the only, Steve Sachs. How are you doing today?
Hey, Justin. Great to be with you today.
All right.
This is going to be a really good match here. We got the second ABT all-time points winner and the most recent Los Angeles Open online winner, Mr. Tim Cross.
Oh man, yeah, he's won a lot. I met Tim when I was out in the UK over last summer over at the UK Open, and I remember we were looking at because over there they have odds on players that you can just bet on, right? Like someone will be 30 to 1, someone will be 50 to 1, someone will be 60 to 1, and you can bet on who's going to be a favorite in the tournament. And I just remember looking at the sheet and having Tim look at the sheet and just going, I can't believe these people are putting me at these odds. He was like the odds against him winning the tournament weren't they were bad odds. And he thought the odds were so disrespectful. He bought a bunch of himself and then went off and won the tournament. It was amazing. He goes, I can't believe it. They're putting me at this. I don't know if it was 50 to 1 or 60 to 1 or something, but if you go on to Galaxy right now, they just started the match.
Okay, I can see that.
And I'm going to turn these sounds off.
All right, I'll do the same.
Because these sound effects give people headaches.
Yeah,
I play with them on. I like them when I'm playing because I can adjust the levels. But otherwise, not so good. They're just overpowering. Ray Fogerland's asking him to take it easy on him. We'll see how it goes. The dice dictate the game to an extent. I'm just going to check on YouTube to see if everything sounds good. All right. Can everybody hear Steve good?
Good evening, everyone, across the backgammon world.
If you can hear Steve. All right, good. Rory says you sound good. Perfect. All right, let's focus on this match now.
So Ray Fogerland's on the top side playing the white checkers, and Tim Cross is on the blanks, is on the bottom side playing the blue checkers. Is that what everybody sees?
Yeah, you just play 2 to 1 here? Just make the outside point and play 2 to 1? Whose roll was that? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong side. All right. Yeah, I see it now.
All right.
Should be a good one. I'm hoping for some complicated games. I'm hoping for good play and mistakes abound, so there's plenty of things to talk about.
Yeah, like what movies I went to see in the theater last week? Oh, none. That's right.
I've been watching Backgammon nonstop. Anytime there's an online tournament, I'm there. Just there.
All right. So seems like Tim should just break the 9-point, slot the 4 and the 3.
Yeah, that looks like my play. I know he's contemplating breaking the 13, but I like this better. I don't really like leaving shots up in the race.
Yeah, and he's outboarded, and Ray says, I rarely spot somebody 800 PR points.
Yeah,
Well,
28.84 is no joke. No joke.
Is that near the top?
That's I think second, right below Zenixiska. So he's number 2 on Galaxy right now.
I won't be number 2 after
double fives. Amazing roll. Now he's up 22 pips in the race. Got ourselves an easy double here.
Standard double take. If he had 2 landing spots, if Tim had 2 landing spots, it would be a drop. But with 1 landing spot, it's a take. I did a
double fives. What were you saying? You did what?
I said I wrote an article about these kind of positions. Whether they had one landing spot or 2 landing spots can be the difference whether it's a take or a pass, because it gives them a free 6-5 to release his checkers. But
determining Depending on how far ahead you are in the race, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you are up enough to double, but if you are up enough to normally where you would think about passing, if they have 2 landing spots, it can tip it over the edge.
Yeah.
Does it matter whether or not it's the 7 or the 8 or the 6? I mean, or the 8 or the 9? 7's obviously better.
It would probably. I didn't do a study on the 8 or the 9. I just did a study on the 8 and the 7. So.
Yeah. The 8 and the 7 are much easier to clear than having that gap there. I know I saw something. I think Mochi had something on that one time. I think I saw that I thought was pretty interesting.
I had a position the other day while we're doing this boring bear in, where I had 3 on the 8, 2 on the 7, 3 on the 6 against the 20-point anchor, and I rolled a deuce 8 consecutive times and left a shot. And my opponent missed me. He said tease.
Wow. I've been playing in this chouette all week long, and the last 2 days, every time I always roll the number that leaves a shot, and they never miss. Never. It's been brutal the last 2 days.
It'll turn around, young guy.
Yeah, that's what they say. That's what they keep on telling me. Well, we'll see.
Every day they're less and less right. So.
Oh my goodness, it's been brutal. 4-2. All right. Well, the first game's definitely going to Tim here. We will spotting him 2 points. You know, I hear when you're 800 rating points better than somebody, the dice understand that and give you better rolls. Do you believe that?
Not at all.
No? All right. It's
one Maybe of my. I should, but I don't.
It's one of my favorite things to say that the game is rigged. I know it's not rigged, but like anytime the dice are going, I always type it.
I always thought that the better the player you are, the smaller a mistake you need to make for you to pay for it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the more you know, the less. How was I going to phrase that? The more you know, the more you realize how unlucky you're getting. Right? Because when you don't know much, you don't realize much, right? And so, what was that 6? Why would he play down up in the race like that instead of just hopping all the way out with the 6? 3 in and then 6 out. You just...
Yeah.
Wow.
A little bit creative.
Creative. That's, yeah. Creative for sure. For sure.
No, probably going to play bar 24-6-3. I don't like 8-7 hitting, and I definitely want to at least put him on the bar.
Ah, the hit. This way. No part of you is going to... No. I mean, if we're going to slot, we might as well hit. There's no point in trying to make 22 point. Yeah, I like this play.
Mm-hmm. Are they on a delay or are they playing live?
YouTube is on a delay, but we're watching it live on Galaxy, reporting back to them. So
that makes sense.
It'll be on time for them when they're watching.
All right, we got a nice complicated game going on here.
That's for sure. Always good for the PR to have some sloppy play. I don't like cooperative backgammon, you know what I mean? Where you just why did he slot again?
To diversify his opponent's numbers, I don't know.
Twos
and fours hit, ones and sixes hit, 3s and 5s hit.
You know, when the guy has no missers, you know you're doing good. You know you're doing good. I was watching a game the other day. I was actually involved in the game the other day, and my opponent, he just was outboarded, I think 5-4, and he decided to just attack in a crazy way and leave 7 blots around the board. And I just looked at him and I go, "You do know we're not playing with Monopoly money, right?" I don't know if the computer's ever liked the 7 blot variation, not one day in its existence. Wow.
Right.
Double fours here. So we enter, hit, and then we can think, right? Make the force moves first.
Yeah,
You
I'd
went for
probably
the
just make the
structure.
board there.
Yeah, I like making structure in front of their points.
Yeah, he's got an anchor, and you have so many checkers back that, well, no. Probably going to make the 15 and come out 21-16 to confront the strip midpoint.
Yeah, that was my first instinct. I don't want to start pointing on the guys on the inside here, which is what would seem natural to some. I just want more control over the outfield, and I want to just kind of constrict those checkers and not let them leave, which is what that little mini 3'
Yes.
is doing.
Really long, complicated holding game here with the race, pretty close.
Yeah, just incrementally improve your position and just hope the other team rolls something bad. I mean, I definitely see games where nobody rolls over a 3 for a very long time and they get busted. Yeah, I don't necessarily like this one very much. I would like to
I
have
don't
the
think so.
outed point in the outfield just to put pressure on the 9 and 10 points and maybe make those 2 on the next roll. Give up the point, make it, constrict them some more.
And you shouldn't really be worried too much about extricating those back 2 checkers there, because he's got 6 checkers back in your board.
So we're going to
So you
break
should
the
be able to get
22
the
and
checkers
hop
on the
out now.
22 point.
Oh, he didn't jump out. Why did he play to 13 to 8? You definitely got to hop out. Now you might not roll.
Seems reasonable.
Oh, okay. I see the plan. Just roll good. I think hopping out was better. You don't want to strip your midpoint, because what if you don't roll a number larger than a 3 here? Then your whole position just kind of starts to crack.
Agreed.
So just make the board.
Sure. Why give up outfield control?
No point.
The question is, do you make the 3 or the 4 point? If you make the 3 point,
I make this.
you have better.
I like the solid.
Yeah, make them in a row.
Solid.
All right. Interesting.
This is interesting.
Probably just clear the 14 after safety and the blot. 14, 11, 3 times. It's a harder point to clear inevitably, but
Yeah,
I don't think I would do
safe.
that.
Seems safe. For now.
So now he's just going to come out with two back checkers, and whether he makes the deuce or makes the 9 point, I don't think makes that big a difference.
I think I'd just come down.
Yeah, because of Blue's spare checkers, Tim's spare checkers, he's got plenty of timing.
Yeah, you're holding them with those guys there anyway. It's whatever.
Yeah, but it's not such a bad play. It makes another point in your board, and
Oh, now he gets to
if
make
you're
the
forced to leave a
5.
shot on the next shake, it's not going to be that big a deal. So,
Oh, here's that.
Yeah.
Here's that
Yeah.
variation where you might not want to be hit.
yeah, I think Tim might have cost himself a little bit by he's got a point that's further away to clear.
Oh, got
All
ourselves
right,
a
this
cube.
seems
Seems like
a
a good
take
cube.
for me.
Yeah,
Even
I'm
with
I'm not passing. I don't like. I mean, no. Yeah, I'm just gonna take. 4, 5, please. Double 2s, not the best shake.
Not at all.
I mean, I guess
Gonna
you
have to
just,
give up that 16 point slide.
Yeah, just go to the 12.
No, I think
What?
you
We're
could
not
go to the
gonna
12.
break
You
our
could also
board,
go to
right?
the 14 and play 5 to 3 twice.
5 to 3. No, I like my 5 point too much.
Okay.
I mean, maybe. Maybe.
I mean,
Just-
you are giving them a good 4-3 if you give up the 14 point.
No, you make a good point. You make a very good point. Increase the
That's what I
contact
try to
zone.
do. I try to make good points in the back end.
Yikes. So you just clean up the blot and make the 5, maybe? Do you step up with one of them and slot the
No,
5?
I don't. I want to leave the checker back on the 22 point.
Well, then maybe you just make
So-
the point and make the 5. Just leave the 6.
Yeah,
solid.
I mean, once again, you're giving them a good 4-3 by giving up that point, but I don't want to leave another blot, and I don't want to destroy any more my ability to be able to make a 5 point board for white. So you gotta give up
Ah,
something.
He played this. I don't know if I wanted to leave a shot.
Wow, that really worked out well.
It did.
Yeah.
I don't
It
think I
really
would
worked
have.
out well.
I don't think I would have left it for like the 1-6 and the 5 1s. and the four
Well,
ones.
maybe it's not so bad because he's pretty much crushed in the race, and if it doesn't add that much gammon penalty, and it doesn't hurt you that much in being able to win the race, you're in that middle ground where you're probably just going to lose the race. So, if you do get hit, you can possibly make a 2-point back game.
This is like the worst of all the rolls. This is like the worst of all of the rolls.
You found it.
It's funny how they seem to do that, I have the horrible habit of just instantly knowing what my worst rolls are at all points. So what are we doing here? Are we just playing both to the 2 and the ace so we don't leave a shot? His board's really strong. I mean, I don't want to play 2 down and leave a double shot.
I mean, the thing is that Ray doesn't have a direct cover.
That's 2 blocks.
I don't like that play at all. How many numbers is that? 13?
A lot. More than I would prefer.
I highly disagree with that move.
Yeah, I would just play ugly because you're up a lot in the race.
He's gonna pay for it because Ray's gonna make the 11-point, play 12 to 10, have double coverage, 6s and 5s to cover, and an ace to hit.
Although 6s and 5s cover and 6s and 5s hop out, so maybe he just doesn't play 6s and
no.
I don't.
6s and 5s to cover, and he's got aces to hit. So if Tim stays out here, what do you think about a recube?
Well, here we go. He did stay out. That rolled quick.
I mean, this is like so much.
I think you got to take. He's got a lot of 5s. Oh, the ace. He might not cover.
Yeah, it's a real problem here. I mean, 4-3 double 4s are really bad, but other than that, everything works.
I'm taking.
So it's a nice pressure cube, and Tim did take it. Okay, so
yeah, you got to take.
We got
for one, he might not cover, and even if he does, you could enter. He could just stay primed, right?
Oh, look at this shake.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one. Any ace is good. Oh no, he entered and got to cover. Oh wow, that was Tim's roll. Well, there we go. We got our take. I'm hopping out.
Yeah, why not?
I'm hopping all the way out.
Let's put it this way: Ray's already given up the cube, so you can afford to play bigger.
You have to win, right?
And yeah, I mean, if he hops out, he's going to have 18 covers to make a 6 prime. And if he gets hit, he's probably going to lose anyway, because Tim owns the cube.
Good,
and he gets hit with a 6, that is.
I think that was a really good play, despite the results.
Yeah, and Tim's going to be looking at a play on here if Ray doesn't come in. And unfortunately for Ray, 4s are duplicated. He rolled a
2-4. See? You
wow,
see?
A 3-number shot.
The contingency plan. When you play right, you get rewarded sometimes. Double 1s. Oh, good news, bad news. Good news,
the right play
bad
is to
news.
come in and make this 9-point and take a checker off. It's illegal, unfortunately.
Yeah, for sure. So you got to switch,
actually,
right? Are you switching?
And then
you got to switch.
Play 7 to 6. Play 7 to 6 and duplicate 3s.
7 to 6. Duplicate.
I'm not going to give
Yeah.
you
We're not doing double blot days.
So 3s, 4s, and 5s.
Well,
I don't think it makes that big a difference which deuce you play. You can't see. It doesn't seem like you can really duplicate it much of anything.
I would play to the 9.
Yeah, because then it gives you a 5-2 if you roll something like double aces.
Gives you coverage over the 6-4, and it doesn't.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, this is interesting. Just play over his head.
You do that, or you can make the 7-point hit. That's 11 numbers, and the other way is...
Make the what? Make the 7 and hit. Yeah. That's interesting until this number happens, and then you find yourself... Yeah, that's rough. You think that was right? You needed the tempo there that bad.
Well, I wasn't sure about it. I didn't get a chance to count all the numbers, but let's put it this way. If it was anything close as far as having not that many extra numbers, then it's much more constructive, so it would be worthwhile.
Yeah, but I mean, some of them were 0 numbers, right? He could just... Was it possible to just play to the 2 and just not leave any extra shots?
Yeah, you could have.
I mean...
I'm not sure what I would have done there.
If he had builders on top of the prime, I would have considered it, because obviously he's just going to slash, and that is instant death. But you might have got another shake out of 6.
Switching play there.
Yeah, the double 3s.
Switching play.
I saw this switch, but I wasn't sure if it was right.
I would not have done it.
Is it
I
because he has
like.
too much time? It takes too much effort to get those other guys around. You need more time, which means you need the prime, right?
You don't have that great blitzing opportunity, and
Ooh, hit.
your opponent could roll something awkward. If they come in and anchor up, they could roll the second
Hit
ace. They
now?
could roll ace deuce, and they're forced to leave another blot.
5-4. You hit and come out, yeah?
Oh wow.
Can't let him anchor.
Yeah.
Hit and come
No,
out, or
I
hit and
wouldn't
come
let him
down.
anchor. And you've got enough time that even if he hits one checker, you're favored to come in before. Yeah.
All right. Now you got to come off your anchor.
You can come out and lift.
Ooh, the lifting play. Ah, all right. I often find myself. Okay, this is great. This is a perfect 5-1.
Make the 16 point. And,
Can't ask for anything better than that. That would just be greedy.
All right, for sure. I'm making the 12 and leaving the 17 to one shot.
The ace was interesting. Double fours.
Oh,
I
unbelievable.
thought about that number.
You think about your good numbers and your bad numbers.
I think about all the numbers, you know? Oh, double aces. Don't roll it twice.
Oh, my goodness.
Although there's 2 on the roof, you'll be fine, right? Generally, unless you play with the people I play with, and then they roll boxes.
Sure.
2-1.
Barely jumped that prime.
Just enough.
Is he a relative of yours?
Who?
Justin Huff?
Ah. I mean, what's the thought here? I'm just clearing the 6, yeah?
You slow roll.
Ooh, shot time.
It's a 5. He needs a 5. Mr. Tim Cross.
Yeah, with 2 on the roof, there's no added numbers. Oh, he fans again. It is G time.
So Ray's going to leapfrog Tim and go ahead 4-2. Take a 2-point lead on his own.
Well, there you go. It was looking bad for him for a while, but then that 5-1 play, when he got hit back with the double threes, was really, really, really costly. I'm not sure about hitting there. I mean, I don't doubt that I could obviously be wrong there. I mean, but if I've got one guy back and there's no guys building on top of me there, I don't know if I necessarily feel I need the tempo with the hit. Maybe I just get lucky and roll a 6 next roll and get missed. I don't know.
Yeah.
But obviously double threes is the best roll, so.
Oh, you know what? I forgot it was a recube. Ray's got 8 points.
Yeah, for sure. That was a G on 4, and now he's playing for the gammon, making the 2-point with the 6-4. And here you just slot the 5. Yep, professional move. Only professionals know that move. Now what do you do with the 6-1? Making the bars against the whole point of your structure, but what else are you going to do there? 6-2. You play 13-7 and split with the deuce? Yeah, that's my play.
Probably.
7 hits.
Best way.
7 hits. Oh.
Yeah. It's wide open, but he's got to do it.
He could make
hitting
the 5,
and escaping. Nah, but then you allow your opponent to potentially anchor up or make
That's what he's thinking about, though. He's thinking about it. My instinct is just to hit. But he's thinking about it. Good. Nice play. Oh, he hit back.
You're rated to hit back, but then, occasionally they miss, and you're really happy about that.
Ooh, 1-2. Not a good roll.
Just probably to play to the 22.
22
little connectivity with the
is good. It's like he's got a blitzing structure.
Tim good threes there.
Just make the 5 here. Not the 20.
Yeah, it's very strong.
The 5.
I mean, he could hit, but I like making the 5 because your opponent has a thin attack.
I just make the 5.
You want to do your...
That's the only thing those checkers really want to do. The way they're stacked up like that, it's like they're begging for a 2-1. And because he decided to stay on the 24, it's just better. Because it just puts all that extra pressure on him needing to split in the future.
Well, if he doesn't make the 5, he's probably going to hit. I think that's the third best play.
Oh, we made the anchor. Wow.
Yeah.
And look at the double fours, huh?
All right, so am I going to make the 20 and the 9 there?
Oh, he made
not
the
as
deuce.
much.
I like the 9. Oh, he's on the roof, though. Makes sense.
Well, you put him on the roof.
Yeah, when he hit him. I don't like hitting things behind anchors, usually.
Yeah, that's what I tell many of my students.
Because the blitz can't really succeed if the guy's already got the 20-point anchor, so why not just try to get home?
Mm-hmm.
Make the 9-point, come around. Now you gotta hit. You've got a blot in your own home board. Alright, well, if you weren't up so much
Definitely
already...
not
Well, certainly not at the score.
Jump out. If he fans here,
What
it should
about
probably
now?
be a
This
double.
is strong now. Plus, his structure's terrible. You know, even if he comes in and hits a shot, how are you going to win, you know?
Well, you're going to win by coming in as he's bringing his pieces around and building your board, but it will take time, so it's a good double, but I think even at the score, I take it. I mean, especially at the score, I take it.
Wow. I would have a hard time taking this one. I know the score, but the score is not my forte. For money, I'm not taking this. I don't think.
Right.
Yeah,
but I think probably down 8-2 is...
I just don't
enough,
assume. I just don't assume I'm going to be able to make the 5 and 4 point in time by the time I enter. I just don't assume I will.
Yeah, not to mention the 3-point.
Yeah, I just don't assume I will. Structure usually dictates to me whether or not I can take in these positions. And when I have gaps on the 5 and 4, I usually just pass.
So what do you think about breaking the 9-point here and duplicating 4s?
I think it's strong. I think it's very strong to volunteer before he makes the 5, right?
Right, with Tim having a gap on the 5 and the 4 point.
Yeah, and he has to break his 20-point anchor. There's huge gaps there, which is what you wanted anyway. And now you got to... What is this? 3-2. Okay, this is
not
forced.
terrible.
4-2. This is awful. You just got to play 13-7.
Duplicate 8 and just play 13-7.
Yeah, nothing else you can do. You kind of did it to yourself with the other play. Yeah, that was a perfect moment to volunteer. You always got to be tactically aware in these sorts of positions when opportunities arise for you to take advantage of weaknesses on the other side of the board. Boxes. Ooh.
Play by Ray, duplicating aces.
Boxes. Not as good as it looks, but not bad. I mean, the guy's still trapped on the 24, which is awful, so I would come out and then just down. Would you come out and down, or would you just make the ace? I don't like just making the ace, I don't think.
I would just make the ace.
You would just make the ace, even though you're going to be off with your next 6.
You're still down. Well, I mean...
You're keeping some pressure. I mean, not really. I mean, it's rough. I mean, I understand. 5-3 is an awful roll.
We got to leave a double indirect shot here. He's going to probably play 14-6. That's 10 numbers. So Tim's got 10 numbers, owning the cube, and a 5-point board to cause Ray some problems.
Well, if it's going to leave 10 numbers, why leave 2 blots? Can't you just play the 5 down, only give him 11 numbers, and play the 3 in?
Yeah. Now that you mention it, I think that's a really good move.
If you
it also gives you a landing spot.
Yeah.
Gives you good 6s. That's a really, really good play. And the longer Ray looks at this, the more likely he is to find that play.
Yeah. If one more shot for one less blot, I do it. Nice. Bravo, sir. Bravo. That took some...
I'm outvoted 2-1.
That took some real chutzpah, that one right there, you know? You really got to look into the soul of the position to find that one. Well, this 4-1's a perfect roll. You couldn't ask for anything better than that. It would just be a little greedy. Except for double 4s. Okay, if you're going to get greedy, ask for double 4s. Got to come out.
Okay.
Here we go.
4s.
I break my board for no man. All right. I'm not breaking my 7-point. Just going to cover. Just wait for the moment. The decisive moment, if you're into photography at all. I'll break the 7 now because I break my board for no man. This is good. We just leave the dragon with the tail back there, right? Just play around.
Sure.
6-2. Okay.
Okay.
Here's the time.
Tim needs a 9.
Nines. What did the Germans say?
I surrender.
9. Oh, 8. They did not say 8 though. 9.
Okay.
Well, 8 is not as good as 9. The race is close. Ooh, pick and pass. Great number. Great number. 5. All right. Fighting, the fighting spirit. 6-2. Great roll. Here's where you think you're doing good. Boxes. No. Okay. 5-3. We're just going for it. Double 3's all right. 3 off. All right. We still need boxes. Double 5's. Close cousin. Close cousin. Not as close as Einstein was with his cousin, but still pretty close. Not as close as
Why
Einstein.
were they theoretically relatives?
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you know what Einstein's wife's maiden name was?
No.
Let's just say she didn't have to change it. It was Einstein.
Okay.
They were cousins. Someone says, look at the comments. Dimitri says it's not close to that.
It was a 23-13 favorite at the end there. Now Tim picked up 2 points, narrowed the gap to 8-4.
I missed the end of it. I was looking at the comments on YouTube. Lots of comments. 4-3. Lovely number.
Well, you could run all the way out and duplicate 5s if you wanted.
Or we could give 5s and 2s.
All right, so Tim is doubling here.
And be hit
So
by
it's an
none of
even
it. Someone said, Justin, before you said making the 5 is never a blunder. I would say this is accurate to some degree, but never say never. Anytime after I
that's
said that,
interesting.
yeah, I make the 18 seems pretty strong.
Yeah, I would do that too. Otherwise, your piece plays to the 3. It's not very pleasant.
Yeah, I don't like playing over people's heads either. Anytime you catch yourself too frequently playing over somebody's head, or doing stuff like that, you should know that you're doing something wrong. Like even here, you can play 13-8 and then just 8-7, if you want. You're down in the race. I don't see why not. Okay, you could also do that. But I wouldn't be surprised upon further review if it were okay. Rory
Okay,
said,
Ray girls a double 6s. Should make the bar point 4 times. Take a 14 pip lead.
Somebody said that the creative play of playing down in the 3 in earlier was a blunder. But I'm still going to applaud it anyway. Even if that's true. Double 4s. Wow, that's pretty strong. Has he played any of the 4s yet? Oh, no, he hasn't. He's looking at the race. What's the question?
So he's up 21 after the play, and he owns the cube. Only got a 4-point lead in the match.
I'm just making sure. Sometimes when it takes that long, I just go, what's up? The race is huge.
I mean, what do you think about a redouble here? It's the race.
The race
16
is 16 pips. Wow. 2-1 is really...
I don't think it was so bad to wait, but I would definitely double now.
Yeah, now that the 5 point is made,
Although we lost something in the race here. Let me see. Now it's only 10 pips. Maybe his position didn't get much better. I might still wait.
10 pips. Ooh.
Now it's even less.
Now it's even less.
8
Well,
pips.
you're less likely to want to do it. Yeah. Double
All right.
fours. That's a bit too strong. Just make the deuce.
Market loser unless Tim rolls boxes or fives.
He's got to perform. That's for sure.
Ray doesn't have any prayer of a gammon, so just send the cube and end the game. Tim's got to give up something. He's got to give up his anchor or his board.
Well, either way, he's getting the cube, right? So which one's going to stop him from playing on?
Which one might encourage him to play on if it's wrong?
Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, on that note, I guess you might as well hop out and come in. Whoa. That certainly can't win more games, but it's over anyway, right?
Yeah, Ray is very astute at doubling these kind of positions, seeing opportunity.
14 pips. But it's worse. The race isn't nearly as because the board's broken, so that race
Tim would
lead
have
is
to
a
be
bit.
done a lot more in the match to really want to take this cube, and we're not there.
No, I mean it'll just be. I mean it's a way to go, but if you know you're passing, you might as well hop out and see what happens. Might not cube. You can induce an error that way, right?
If it wasn't too good, I mean, if it, then.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to escape a piece and play 6-1 twice, especially with the lead in the match.
Oh,
that might be a small mistake. Yeah, it really didn't work out well.
2-6. Just slot the 5 on the other side.
I would.
Yeah, that did not work out. Well, boxes. Well, that's pretty good.
Well, if Tim doesn't get hit here or make an advance, if Ray doesn't hit or make an advanced anchor, we should see Tim sending the cube here.
Yeah.
Even being outboard as much as he has.
Easy cube, because making the 5 is just way strong here.
So 24 pips.
Huge cube, yeah.
He does double. But just a good chance Ray's going to take. He's not afraid.
Well, I mean
he's got
an anchor.
He's got an anchor. He has Tim outboarded 4-1. I mean, Tim has a few numbers that
are
causing him to lose a fly shot.
The 5 deuce is one of those numbers.
Well, he can make the 11 and put a piece over his head, as you say. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not volunteering anything.
No, me either. Whoa,
okay,
I don't like this one.
Yeah, you lost a landing spot and you're stacking your builders up too much on the same point.
How are you going to bring this home? You don't have any more flexibility.
Yeah, well.
You only make these sorts of plays when you think you're gonna roll it. Well, I guess you're gonna roll it. Just make the 3 point.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not giving him any shots. His board is way too strong. And you have to use your spares that you put there. You put them there for a reason, right? Because you're gonna roll it. Now all you need is double ones to unwind this amalgamation you call a board.
Or double twos.
Yeah.
But then we don't want to be greedy.
Are you even switching your anchor here down this much in the race? I don't think I am. I think I like my 20. I never normally say this, but I kind of like my 20. Oh, the double twos! You called it.
Wow.
Wow. Well, it's a good thing he switched his anchor.
Yeah, big swing on that one. Well, how's he going to play it then?
Wow.
He has one. You can like the 5 and the ace.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
What else can you do with that? Doesn't leave a shot.
Got a point. You have a point. Finding the ace switch is hard. You don't really like it. But this is what you're doing when you got six checkers on the that really froze that nicely. 4-1. You can even consider just 13 to 8 here. I mean,
I probably wouldn't. You can always bring one checker down from the midpoint on your next roll.
yeah, I just wanted more flexibility to make the point next roll. I mean, I know he did here. And with the way his stacks are, it'd be relatively easy to enter. Maybe you make a second anchor if he hits you, but you're more likely to cover on the next shake. But here he gets to cover anyway, and he rolled double twos again, so he gets to make the 9.
A little bit easier to play this time.
But still, could have trouble. What do you think White's winning chances? Well, okay, I get it.
Before the 6-4, I mean,
Yeah,
26%, 27%, I don't know.
it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Oh.
I don't think I'm hopping out right now.
You might want to switch 5 to 2, come in like 10-7 and switch 5-2 twice.
He hopped out.
I would have maintained the
Yeah, I think it increases the contact zone, which is what
back.
I
Interesting.
want.
You can hit and pass.
Yeah, this has to be right.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 numbers. Had 8 numbers that volunteered it. I would not have volunteered the 8 numbers there. No way.
I didn't see the
I
alternative.
would have just broken the 8.
What was the alternative?
Well, you could have broken the 8. You could have broken the 8 point.
I see.
Okay. I mean, I don't think you earn enough gammons to warrant
Whoa,
just leaving.
6-4. Shot time. Shot time.
Well, the good news is he's not going to be facing a redouble here because of the score. But raise a favorite, 5-4 favorite to hit.
Wow. So I mean, if it's 20 numbers either way, you might as well put them on the roof, right?
Well, but it's 2 blots. Then you might get gammon. You might also gammon your opponent by hitting, but you also might roll something awkward like 6-5. You just put him up on the bar and he stays out. And you roll 6-5 and still left.
Yeah, but what if I roll double aces next roll and I don't even get to clear that guy? You know? Hey, Jude, you did it.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to make the 4 point here with the. I'm going to make the 3 point. I'm sorry.
Make the 3 and lift, right?
4 to 3 and take a checker off.
I'd
rather have the gap with the 4
Oh,
than the 3.
And then take the checker off. Yeah, I see. Yeah, for sure. The gap higher up is much better.
Yeah, and you still have reasonable gammon chances.
Uh-oh, getting a little awkward. You see, I thought about making it with the deuce and leaving yourself even, but you would have left a shot already, so this has to be much better. Some of those twos, like the 6-2 and the 4-2, the way I was originally thinking about it, would have left a shot. I mean, this 5-2 is forced. You're just really, okay, that's great that he entered. That saves you a lot. This would have been well, no, it wouldn't have been. You would have been fine, but...
Probably about 15-20% gammon, maybe 15% gammons here.
So I mean, I don't want to jinx them, but the hit could pay off. Ooh, I don't want to jinx them though. Never mind. We'll see what happens. But it could work out with a few solid rolls here. He's not a favorite to win the G, but he could do something good.
Okay.
Oh, the worst roll. This is terrible. This is not, I mean, it's not the worst, but like, you want guys off. Okay. All right. Still an outside shot. All right. Too strong.
10-6.
Too strong. 10-6 fighting back. Double twos. I mean, obviously it's better than leaving a shot, but you'd have preferred to take somebody off. You give yourself a decent chance at winning the gammon there. 4 is supposed to hit.
Is it ever right to make the 4 point with the 4-2 after that split?
Not for money, nope. Nope. It's right to make the 5 with the 3-1. But I've always said to myself, the reason why it's not right to make the 4 point, but it's right to make the 5 point, except for after 6-4 split, is because the 5 is the 5, and the 4 is not the 5. That's my
I
rule.
think with a lead there, I would have played the 2-1 to make the 23 point. He's up 10-6. He should be looking to get the higher anchor and earn less,
Yeah,
pay off for less games.
I agree. I agree. But people have an aversion to the 23 point. Normally, it's not so good, and so, but in those sorts of positions that he had, it's better than staying on the 24. Because the 23 is better than the 24, even though it's not very good in general.
Yeah.
All right, we got some volatility here. Okay. He did not roll the numbers, though.
Because of the score. If the scores were reversed, he might double.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I was thinking about the cube before blue rolled. As
Man,
I was thinking about it. He had a bunch of hitters, and he's got the guy primed on the 24 almost. Well, this is a great
what do we
shake.
have here? A 6 prime.
Yeah, well.
Split and slot. And
here he goes. Now he gets to hit.
Lights out. Game over.
Is he going to hit? Is he going to just try to prime him? Not hit him? Maybe
No. I mean, I think we should just...
There are some cracking numbers.
Oh, I see. You can hit him.
There are some cracking numbers.
He probably should hit. He probably should hit and then play 10-8.
But now he's going to get the cube from the roof, maybe, no?
He's going to get cubed either way.
But then he gets to take the other way, right? There's some cracking numbers, right? I mean, it depends how big you want to play it. I mean,
Ray's ahead 10-6. I don't think there's any scenario where he's taking.
He lifted. The DMP play would be to hit and then just play the 2 down with the goal of making the 5, right? Like,
certainly, of course.
So, I don't know. I mean, I know he's trying to protect his lead, but I might have done the thing. I might have just gone for it and just have been totally wrong, you know? Because I'm okay with that some days, you know? I'm okay with making the wrong play and really just going for the win and... but...
Yeah, most likely it was going to be double pass, you know?
Yeah.
Here we go, 10-7. Both players have plenty of time.
Four threes, just
stack it up.
Playing the wimp move. Gotta just... We say we pan at home in New York. What do you guys say when you do that? Do you have a phrase for this? We say to just pan at home because there's a guy named Pan we used to play with. And that would be his technique. Just stack everything up and hope to roll doubles. But once the trend starts, it tends to continue because you don't roll as many doubles as you think you do. And I'm not even anchoring. I'm just going to play 6 to 5. Because it doesn't allow him to play over the head very, very easily.
No, I would anchor. I played, I don't know, maybe you're right. Yeah, that's a pretty thin attack. I guess you can...
I mean, you're also the guy trailing, so the diversification of your numbers makes it easier for you to attack and make more priming points. His position is stacked. I don't want him to play these numbers over my head. He rolls the 6-5 anyway. Now, I definitely wish I was still split to increase the contact zone.
Yeah, that might have been a good move.
Just a lot of factors going for it. Yeah, I see. 2-1. There you go. You would have had a chance at him. Even here, I hop off my anchor with the 6-4. Did you just maybe not.
No, I might have double slotted though.
Yeah, I mean the guy's double blots in your home board. 6-3 is like is awful. Yep. Now you just got to roll the 3. You did not roll the 3. You made the 4. All right. Way to be nice to your opponent. Double threes. That's a pretty good shake if I've ever seen one.
So now, do you make the blocking point or the 5 point?
I make the 7 and the 5. I don't want to block when I'm up in the race. I don't want to have to break it myself, you know? The 7 is a good enough landing spot. And he's going to roll double 5s anyway, you know? Because
So
my
it just
opponent,
comes out with 2 and brings 2 down.
yeah, you think the blocking point when you're up in the race like that? I don't know. I just make the
Anyway.
5.
Well, I mean, it is. You give yourself. Okay, let's see. Running. I might have just stayed there, but it's not. Again, it's not making a difference.
Well, we're off to the races now.
Here, with Ray having a 10-pip lead.
Who can roll better? I would have played 2 down, I think. Maybe. No, this is good. You fill in those points. It's totally fine. It's not like you're going to roll 6-1 or something. So the 2 and then 6-5.
So Ray's not going to be in a huge hurry to double here. I mean, he's going to double if he has to double, but for him to get 1 point is pretty valuable. It gets him 4 points away from victory. So he should be a little bit conservative on the cube.
So what are you considering with doubling when you're leading in the score like this in a straight race? What would his take point be?
The old 8, 9, 12, maybe jump up 0.5% or 1% or something. Not sure. Isn't the strongest aspect of my game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm decent with races, but sometimes that scores, I don't know. All right.
I can do a 50-yard dash, but I can't do a marathon, so.
It's true.
Back in the day when I was at my athletic peak at 11 years old.
I've been working out lately. This quarantine's been helping me out. Now, this is a good race lead, you know? I mean, look at his structure compared to the other guys. I know. Oh, he's got 4 guys off the other guy. Oh, my goodness. What am I talking about? Double 5s, though. Very professional. Very professional. Well, I guess you can double them now.
Yeah, so...
14 pips is 14 pips. Maybe. You think not?
Is it a take? Is it a take?
Oh, I mean, I know it's a cube.
Oh, we know that.
So
he's got a myth, he's got some wastage.
35, 36, 37, 38. Wow. Your recubes are worth a lot. Get him to 212. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Okay.
If Tim passes, I agree with him.
Well, here we are at the 4-way, 8-away position here. Could see some fireworks. Double, redouble, gammon.
Yeah, definitely has that opportunity if it gives away an early cube for one side to be getting that thing back and getting gammoned. Would be very bad.
Yeah, like...
Ray
might have a small double if the score was even, but you can't think about it now.
Nah, because if the guy recubes you, all your gammons are gone.
Yeah, kill the gammons.
And so all your gammon wins are worth nothing. And then the other guy gets 100% of his on the recube.
Yeah. Okay, so great shot for Tim here. Gains the anchor. Still got a race lead.
Yeah, now all he needs is double 1s or double 3s, and he'll be good to go.
For quite a while.
What now?
Oh, boy.
Could duplicate the 2s and just play 1, play 2 of the other, step up, duplicate the 2s there. I don't like playing inflexible when the guy's got no board. He duplicated the 3s instead and made the anchor. We call this the penguin point because we have play with a guy who always seems to have this point in the game, and his name is the penguin. He does not. He does not look like the penguin though, which is obviously good. Nobody wants to look like the penguin.
So do you also have a Joker in your chouette and Batman?
Well, we definitely have a Joker. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Is that you?
Yeah, some days for sure. I mean, if we were to, I was just thinking about playing.
Probably going to make the bar here.
Making the
Oh,
bar.
maybe not. Well, maybe not.
You're
Maybe
up
you
in the
actually want
race
to
a
put a piece
lot.
on a play
You're
here.
up in the race a lot.
Wow, that was a. I don't know.
It's hard because you naturally just kind of want to step out and slot, but you're still given 20 numbers, right? But that's like my default play, sort of like.
Yeah, I think Ray could have made the. Could he made the 3-point?
Now the
Yeah, I would have made
question
the
is,
three
are
point.
you hitting?
What's he roll here? 16.
6-4.
I don't think so. You've got a race, so you're 15 pips in the race. You're outboarded. You've got
Yeah.
good distribution of your pieces, and you put unstack with the 4.
Yeah.
So this is gonna. Tim's
So,
gonna develop his position while Ray's bringing his pieces around.
and the plan is just to roll a 6th followed by double 4s or double 5s. Well, here goes the other guy.
Wow.
Make the 4 and then the 12.
Or you could just make 16 to 4 and 8 to 4.
16 to
You really
4.
want to make? Do you want to make the 12 and make another block? I mean, you're hurting your timing a little bit here. Although the race is relative. I mean, I don't know. I don't tend to like to make too many blocking points where you got to clear it later. But I'm probably gonna. Let's see. What is he up? Oh, it's practically even. Oh, maybe you still want to block double
It's
5.
even, yeah.
You probably still just want to play to the 8-point, block the double 5s. If you were a little bit
It's
more
White's
ahead, I
roll.
might.
It's White's roll. Double 5s are already blocked.
No, but I'm saying if he was a little bit ahead in the race, he might want to play 12 to 10 twice.
Well,
Get rid of that point.
he could play. Oh, why is he getting rid of the 6 blockers? I don't like
Well,
that. No,
yeah.
the race is even. I would have left a blot somewhere and slotted because he's double blotted himself.
Yeah.
That's like tactical there. Maybe you just play 13 and 9, 6 to 4, step up with the 2, and just let him, because the 2s are duplicated to cover and hit. Maybe you even get to make the other outside point, and block him even more. But the race was completely even with the other guy on roll, and you're letting his 6s go. That's not in my playbook.
So Ray's a small favorite here, up 4 pips.
Not
but his
anymore.
opponent's
Boxes. Wow.
Oh,
You hate it when
punish.
you unblock the number and then justly they roll it.
Okay, double pass.
Wow. Let him go, huh? Let him go.
Yeah, maybe it is a tank. Maybe it is a small tank here.
What's the race?
It's
Oh,
12.
12 pips. His point of last
And you've got
take
1
for
crossover.
money is 11.
And
Yeah, I'm taking.
Hey,
1 pip for the recube? Yes, please. Oh, wait, for the other side. For the other side. Ah, I see. Tim's leading because of the boxes. Had it all backwards.
Yeah, but for Ray to get to 13 would be pretty big here.
It's only 1 extra pip, You go for it. Give it a solid go. You could roll good. You got to this point in the tournament, you must have rolled good, right? Go to the 4-point.
Probably.
Always good to have checkers on the 4-point. I had a student earlier today, and I was like, you got to aim for the 4. Well, by the way, thank you all for tuning in today. If you can, do me a favor, smash the like button on this video so more people can see it in the future. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. We do videos like this frequently enough for you to subscribe. You'll get notifications on the channel and things like that. We've got best players in the world here. Not myself, but Steve Sachs. I am fish. Please play me for as much money as possible. But also, definitely like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's see how this race goes. This is where I like to start rolling 2-1. What do you think? What do you like to roll here?
Don't think about it.
Yeah, you just roll, huh?
Yep.
It's certainly much closer than Tim wants it to be. Double 2s is good. Thank you, Aaron Faust, for subscribing to the channel. James Fleming as well. I just got the notification that you two subscribed. Give you a shout out here. If anyone else subscribes to the channel, just write your name in the comments. I'll also give you a shout out real quick if I can see the comments. Four, 3. What are we doing? We're just taking off and then playing the 6 to the 3, right? Yeah. 5, 1. Okay. 5, 3. Oh, this is not a good shake. 4 off and then 6 to 5. 5, 2. We get the 5 off. Now we're going to the 4 point. It's getting close. Double 4s. Double 4s. Oh, double 5s! No, he didn't.
Wow, I needed 5s or 6s only.
Oh my goodness, brutality. You roll the
Wow,
number
big
you think
swing.
you need, and then it have, oh my goodness, he says, oh my gosh. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You hit and then you split. Wow. Wow. Even at this hour in the UK, you can still roll these numbers? That just seems unsavory. Even your dice should be tired at this hour. My goodness. My
No, they
goodness.
should be hitting here.
Thank you, Bloomington Symphony, for subscribing to the channel.
Okay, we got a 4-away, 6-away situation here. A lot of interesting cube decisions coming up.
Maybe you can educate me about these cube decisions. I'm not the world's foremost expert on the doubling cube at match scores.
It's very simple. It's just like playing for money, except you have to make adjustments.
Ooh. Well, I know the money bit pretty well.
So I've heard.
The adjustments bit.
That was a pretty vague comment.
Hit and down. All right. 3-6. That's a heck of a misser. Could we be looking at a...
There's plenty of diversification here.
Can
If
we
he
be
comes all
looking
the way
at
up,
the
which I
thing
think
now?
he should. He's got 2s and 4s to hit, 1s, 3s, and 6s to cover.
We could be looking
He's
at
halves
a...
right outboarded.
We could be looking at a little thing now, right? Yep, there we go. I could smell it coming. It smelled like fish and chips. 4, 3, hit and cover. He gave him the fish and chips, that's for sure. Fan, more fish and chips. That primes him up. You got a little 5 prime structure going on. He could hit on the ace. That seems a little nuts, though. I just make the 8 and the 9. But that's because I value structure over everything else.
Will break his board for no man.
Yes. This is for Roberto. He loved this quote. I only break my board in karate class.
Now, right, Ray's got to come into the 18 point with a 6.
Now all Roberto does is send me pictures where breaking the board was the good idea. A6, what a shot. What a shot. Only professionals roll
right
A6 there. What now?
Maybe slot the 3.
Slot in the 3 is an option. 3-1, nice shake. Is he going to start rolling well now? Let's see. That's no
Ray
good.
owns the cube here. So if Ray can win a gammon somehow, he wins the match.
Wow.
Tim's technique with a redouble is probably 19 or 20%.
I so want to hop out with the 5 right now.
And what are you going to do with the 3?
Maybe make the 3. I don't know.
Yeah, you got to do something.
I mean,
you could
give
up
run all the way out, right, and duplicate the 4s. The 4s are duplicated. You could just run all the way out.
Yeah, you're ahead in the race. You have your opponent outboarded.
Yeah.
You're not too worried about getting attacked.
4-1's a good shake, obviously.
Very good shake.
Pick and pass.
Hits and gets an extra builder.
2-1, all right. I guess we just keep with the theme and just keep it moving forward.
Well, I might I know you don't like giving up the 5, but I might play bar 24 5 to 3.
I mean, the roll before, I was thinking about giving up the 6, and I like giving up the 5 more than I like giving up the 6, so... Oh.
All right. Stack them up.
Interventionist channel. That is a name for sure. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. If anyone else wants to subscribe and they're new, just let me know in the chat, and I will give you a shout out real quick. Please smash the like button. The more likes, the better. We've got 55 viewers at the moment, it looks like. Potentially. Possibly maybe more. I have no idea.
What do you want to make the anchor or the 3-point? Or come up with something else?
Me?
You run all the way out.
I want to come up with something else. I want to run. Kind of. Yeah. I kind of want to run. All right. Just make the deuce. This is good. Just run all the way around. 6-5. All right. Well, at least it's safe for him.
Yeah, Ray's running a little thin on timing here. He's got 3 outfield strip points after he plays to the deuce.
Mona M has subscribed before. She gets a shout out. I just got a notification from Ian Terry saying he's subscribed. Thank you. 5-4. All right. How do we do it?
Give Ian the student rate.
How do we do it? Break the 13. No, break the 18. Duplicates the 2s to hit.
Wow. What a move. Yeah, probably.
Maybe. 1 extra blot, though.
I mean, he owns the cube, so he doesn't have to worry about getting doubled. That was a good play.
6-1. Does he just make the 3 now?
No,
You hop out?
I wouldn't.
The race? I don't know.
Not that bad. The race isn't that bad. It's only
What is it after the
5
roll?
pips.
Only 6 pips?
6
Okay.
pips. Yeah, and Ray's got a safety as blots. He might roll something that does safety with a deuce.
Like this. This isn't the best. He can roll a 7.
Well,
7s exist.
Yeah, he's got 4 numbers. He left 4 numbers here.
So do 8s. 8s exist as well. I don't know if I make it. I might just come around.
I don't think you need to. I mean, I think you just swing a check around the corner. You might have trouble getting that check to pass.
Yeah, that's why I like just increasing my flexibility.
Ray probably wasn't going to leave a shot on the next roll, and he's got enough flexibility to be able to stave off when he does leave a shot.
The Interventionist channel says they're having a party, and there are 41 of us there watching. So add that to my watch list. So instead of 57, it looks like we have 98 people watching right now because for some reason, there's a party of people watching this game right now. Well, cheers. Have one for me if it's that type of party.
13 pips. So what does Tim got to be here? About 19%?
Wow. I tell you what he has to be. A little disappointed.
Yeah, pretty grim.
A little disappointed.
I'm going to pass here.
Yeah, I mean, so...
Crossovers are equal. Distribution's a little bit better, but he's down 13 pips, and he only has 1%.
What is his match winning chances at 2 away, 6 away?
6 away? I don't know. I think 19 or 20%. I should know this, but
yeah. So he's not getting that much here. I mean, if his race is just 10, I guess there's nothing from the contact, right?
Let's see.
I mean, he's down 13. The extra 3 pips are worth a lot.
Yeah, 2 away, 6 away is 20%. Okay.
20% then, yeah. I passed. 19, I think about
I don't think he's got it. I don't think he's got it.
No, I don't think so either. Not enough contact.
All right, Ray's loving this. He's 2 away, and your little double aces are really in the game.
2-6, he got hit, though. All right, that's a way to fight.
This is Fogerland's 2-6 from the bar.
2-6 from the bar?
Yeah.
Was that a pretty good? He wrote it. He wrote it.
He's consistent. Win or lose.
He can't not write it or say it. Do you know the story behind that?
There's many variations. I don't know.
One day, many moons ago.
Yeah, so he's going to make the 9. Oh, what is it?
He's thinking about doubling,
Oh, no, I
but
don't
I'm
think
not
so.
doubling. But he's thinking about it. That's what I think. Or somebody came to the door.
Great shot, 5-1.
5-1, perfecta.
So if Ray doesn't roll
3-1.
something
Nah, we could think
could
about
be
it.
getting cubed.
Just
We take,
for fun. Just for
yeah,
fun.
Should be an easy take.
Give it to him. Well, yeah.
4 away, 2 away, it might be a pass, but not 4 away, 6 away.
This is a nice shot.
4 away, 6 away.
Got the outside point now. I'm not making the bar.
Make the bar later. All right, so Ray's going to improve his position by slotting.
6-2 just goes to the 5. That's all right. Now he gets to make the anchor, which is necessary. I don't care if I have to go to the 2 to do it. I said
but he's just going to start the deuce point.
Yeah. 5-1. Always lovely, the 6-5 shift. Although he's thinking about doing something interesting with all the blots, right? But I don't think I would. Could just make the 3 here, maybe. Double 1s. All right, now we've got the bar. Step up. 4-1, that's blocked. That's a little ugly.
This is really interesting here. Down this much in the race, you hate moving the back checker up, but I don't think you had a choice.
Yeah.
Problem with moving up with the deuce is that Ray doesn't have a good 3, so I think I'm just going to play 13-8.
It hurts, though, doesn't it?
What do you do here? You want to break your position?
I mean, you might. I mean, I don't want to leave a shot.
Yeah.
Don't want to leave a shot, but he did anyway. But kept the structure. Okay.
I'm not sure. If you're going to leave a shot, then why not
break the outside point? Yeah.
Yeah, with the big race lead.
Well, here we go. Now we got a little funniness, don't we?
He hasn't gained much.
This is where we get a little. It gets a little funny. Gets a little funny, doesn't it? Someone confirmed that it was a pass. That other game. When we were contemplating his take point there. So here you just make the 2 and the 1.
Seems reasonable. And
now I just come all the way out.
Or you could just come out with the to the 16 and slide either 3-1 or 5-3 because it duplicates 4s.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you give him 5s and 2s to hit and 4s to cover.
No, you got a good point. You got a good point. By all the way out, I mean partially out.
Yeah.
Which I hear doesn't work as well as for birth control. You gotta come all the way out. PG-13 crowd. PG-13. PG-13.
Somebody laughed.
I laughed.
It was you.
Yeah, that was me. I don't know if anyone else out there is laughing.
Well, if he's got a hit at the score, he's already cubed. He can't get cubed back. He can't get gammon. You could win a gammon, so take your chances.
There you go. Nice play.
Slide 2 to 1. So
you don't want to slot the 4?
No, because you might get an immediate shot. I don't know.
I guess you're just lifting here. I'm not coming into the contact zone. $65 watchers now, 66 watchers now. Getting up there. Please, if you're new here, like the video, smash the thumbs up button, and subscribe to the channel. If you let me know in the comments that you subscribe to the channel, I will shout you out in the video real quick. Double 2s. Okay. He's contemplating stuff. What stuff?
I would probably
Nobody knows.
13, 11, 11 to 9, and 6 to 4 to give yourself double coverage. You could have given yourself double coverage to make the highest point.
1, 2. Yeah, and just switch and go 6 to 4 and switch. Yeah, that's one of those professional plays, though. Those are the Steve Sachs plays.
Well, he has to leave an indirect shot here or direct shot, so he should play 13 to 5.
I vote indirect. What do you think? I'm on your side on that one. I'm indirect all the way. Even with my humor. 2 to 1. All right. What numbers hit? So 9s. Double threes
So
is
that's an
blocked, so it's
interesting.
just 6, 3, and 5, 4, right? And then if you step up, you're giving 7s or 8s. 8s are less, though, because double twos are blocked, right?
Yeah, I probably would give him the 8 shot because it duplicates double fours and it gets you closer to home and still the same number of shots, the minimum shots.
And what are you doing with the deuce? You coming in, or are
Just
you
bring
playing
it in.
to the 3? Yeah, just in.
Yeah, I would just bring it in. I mean, it isn't terrible to play 7 to 5, 2 to 1 because then if Ray does roll an 8, then you have an 8 shot at him.
7 to 5, 2 to 1. Yeah,
It's still 5 shots.
reasonable.
There are a few
Double twos
numbers
is
that don't clear.
terrible.
Well, Ray's probably just going to lose 2 points here. I don't think a gammon's that likely, but I don't think he's going to win it, especially if Tim safeties that blot. Wow, the double fours wouldn't have played so well if he'd have played 13 to 12 with that last ace.
That's for sure.
But still,
And
Ray's...
yes, Dimitri, I will know. Richard Batten, if that's how you pronounce your last name, thank you for subscribing to the channel. If I butchered the last name, I apologize. For 1, I guess we're just coming out.
Yeah, there aren't that many like hit and cover numbers, and some of them cause a little awkwardness. So, gammon prospects are pretty limited, so just play safe.
5, 3. I'll still stay there for a roll. Just come around. 3, 1 takes 2 off. 4, 1. This is where you really.
I think I might run here.
Yeah, me too.
I
don't like burying.
Yeah,
And
you could just your opponent could roll
especially-
boxes and all of a sudden you're gammon.
Yeah, and then you roll double twos or something stupid, or you can't even run anymore, and you're just smashing your board.
Again, I would run here. It's only 2% shot equity, but it probably adds more than 4% gammon equity. Well, maybe not.
I'm running.
But it's only 2% shot equity to hit, and you still have to win after that.
And now the thing is, you trick yourself into waiting another roll too. That's the problem,
Yeah.
right? Because now he's got this structure, and he could roll the ace or the deuce, or he could get a shot and just miss it and lose the G that way.
It's pretty ironic because now there are 6 numbers that leave shots as opposed to last
Right?
roll. There were only 2.
Exactly. You see, and you trick yourself into sticking around,
Wait,
and then you could lose
Hold on
it.
a second. Whoa, never mind.
What
I was going to say, what a bring on backgammon for the match there.
Ah, that'd be brutal.
Oh.
Oh, he could still get G'd. Nah, too strong.
Pull off another
Too
double 5 or
strong.
double 6 in the last shake.
Too strong.
But don't we love getting to the 4-away, 2-away position? Those are so exciting.
Yeah, this is good. This is my favorite score when trailing because I can win, and this is my least favorite score when leading because I can lose. I like winning. I dislike losing. Didn't know if you were aware. Well, we got to hit and come down and just hope to be.
They say it's a cube and then some.
So are we making the 3-point, or are we coming all the way around and down?
I would make the 3-point.
I usually make the point, but it strips you pretty bad, and it allows him to counterattack. Do you just want to get around at safety at the score?
Yeah, maybe.
I think so. I don't like my strip position, and I don't want him to be able to enter and hit with 6s and aces to continue blitzing me, so I like this. Because, look, it would have been kind of weird before the other way. He could have just hit again and start the whole attacking.
Bobby Barr, 20, 10, 11, 10.
Somebody said something I said was interesting. That can't be true. All right. Somebody needs a 4. There you go. 3-1 anchors. You know when you're at this score and you have to make your own anchor instead of the 5-point, it's a rough day at the office.
Yeah, really. Well, at least you got the anchor.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
All right, so...
Double 2s, all right. Well, I'm making the 4-point. There we go. And just don't hit me. Well, I mean, if you're going to hit me, do it. I'd rather you hit me than roll a 6-4. I've changed my mind. And no, you're not pointing. You're running. Double 5. Does that do anything? Nope. Whole bunch of nothing. Get to slot the 5. Play 2 down. I guess go to the 3.
Yeah.
5, 3.
Yeah, you got to stack it up here.
Yeah, you got no. You're not leaving any shots. Double 2s. You should just make
So
the
I might
5
just make
point.
the 5 here.
100%.
Yeah, leave the
100%. Let him. You got the blot on the ace. Hit me if you want. I dare you. I dare you. That's right. Didn't I sound real threatening there? All right. Just make the 9.
Pretty good roll for Ray.
Yep. Bringing it home. Bringing it home. Slot the deuce and play the 3 down is what I do. He's doing pretty good. What's he thinking about?
He wants to take 5 seconds and then not double.
He's fixing his hair. I know he is. He's fixing his hair. He's fixing to cube.
Oh,
No.
that's a little bit of a surprise.
You should have been fixing your hair, not fixing to cube.
Well, as long as you're going to cube, this is not such a bad roll. Just clear the outside point.
If you're from the South, you know what fixing's all about. You shouldn't have been fixing to do that.
I mean, Ray could have gotten lucky and won some gammons there, so he really put the match on the...
Yeah, he really put the kibosh on it. And why isn't he just doubling back right now? Just for
he doesn't
fun?
have any marker losers.
Yeah.
As long as he remembers to double.
There you go.
Now he doubles.
He must have heard me. He must have heard me. I guess we're just going to the 6 point. 4, 3.
Okay.
All right. Things could get funny. Things are already getting funny. He's going to the ace. He doesn't like it, but he did it to himself. Here we go. To the ace point. And then to the 4. This is like the money shot right now. Do we do it? Ooh.
Oh, you leave the ace shot or you do stack them up?
You break the 7. Break the 7. No shots. No shots. Double 6s.
Okay.
Wow, this is terrible.
16 pips. Ray's got a few bad moves.
But now he's going to roll the good ones. I know it. He always does. He always does. They always do. They always do. Double 4s. Only professionals can roll double 4s here. Only the pros. Double 6. Okay. This is just rude. Now he has to run.
Stay for the double 3s.
Wow. Okay. Well, that was fun. My goodness. Well, congratulations to Ray Fogerlin for winning this match. We will be seeing the PRs shortly. If you'd like, we can run through the match really quickly. Together, we can just see what went on. If you're up for it.
Sure.
And then we can bid adieu to the watchers. We have 61 of them right now.
Okay. Nicely done. Ray's 6-1 in this tournament here.
6-1. I mean, with rolls like that, he will be undefeated. That's for sure. Wait, he's already lost one. He will be undefeated from now on with rolls like this. Time for the PRs. We'll see how it went. There were definitely some interesting decisions along the way that are worth looking at. Before you go...
Yeah, I wonder how big a mistake that cube was at 4-away, 2-away, 4-away.
Pretty rough. It could have gotten quite hairy there had he had my dice. But thank you, guys. We're going to go over the match, so don't go anywhere if you're interested in analysis. If you're still sticking around, please like the channel. 2.58 versus a 4.35. Very
very good for Tim.
Very well played by both sides.
Not so bad for Ray as well.
It must be still. He must have taken a nap before this one, gotten freshened up for the time difference in the UK. I know it's a 5-hour difference from New York time, so it's pretty late there. But he played his heart out on this one, but the dice did not cooperate. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video. I am now going to go over some of these decisions. Do you want to go over a few of them? Maybe just the red and yellow ones? And,
sure, that sounds good.
Breeze through this, see if we see anything interesting. I'm going to click
Let's
through
do
the
it.
analyze. You do the same, and if you see anything, we'll just go through game one, and then we'll just shout out the move number. All right. Yeah, this first 3-1 here is interesting, just playing 24-20 instead of playing the 24-23, 13-10, I guess.
But if you look at the second play, 24-21, 24-23, that duplicates fours and twos. I mean, you're giving them good threes and aces, which I don't really like, but it's such a small difference in equity. But when compared with bringing the builder down, I don't know.
Yeah.
You don't like it, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I see the idea, but the computer disagrees. Computer disagrees. So the rest of game one was played flawlessly.
Okay, let's see what the equity was on that double. Yeah, solid double, solid take, easy take. Okay.
Where was the
And
cube
then,
at? Oh, there it is.
move
Double.
17.
Ah, yeah, for sure. I'll just show it on the screen for everyone who's watching. The double take is clear. It's up by 22 pips, but obviously his board on the other side is super strong. He's ready to absorb the impact if he gets a shot. But of course, alas, the dice had other decisions. Double fives were had, and that game was over. Game two, move number 5, the 6-3 for white. Yeah, I said this. I said he should just hop out instead of playing 13-7. I remember this because he's up in the race. All right? And when you're up in the race, you just want to race. You don't want to volunteer extra shots so you can lose the race just to have an anchor.
Okay, before we move on, do you want to take a look at that last cube?
You want to just run to the very end?
No, I mean, we'll backtrack here, but I mean, I just want to take a look at
sure.
that one cube.
It's probably the reason why he played what he did. Yeah, it's a no double by 16% or 0.159. No double.
Yeah, that's about what I would have thought. How many gammon wins do you have?
So the gammon wins. So he wins 79.6% of the games and almost 10% in gammons, and you lose all of those by giving the cube. And plus, you've just got some awkward numbers. I mean, it almost happened. It almost happened. Almost.
All right, going back to game two.
Yeah, the 5-1 for white.
No, let's see what he had here.
Interesting. Just make the anchor.
I would make the 18 for sure.
Yep.
I mean, you're ahead in the race, and it doesn't seem like you really want to mix it up with.
That's for sure.
You know, stripping your 8-point and all.
You know, the answer to almost all backgammon questions is the race. You know, if you enter and you just kind of go, well, what am I leading in? I'm leading in the race. What is the best play for me to continue winning the race? Making the 18-point. It just becomes very clear if you're just kind of always aware of what the race is. Yeah, this is the game that got messy in this part, and we were like, oh, wow, this will be an interesting one. And white had another 5-1, 23-18. He had the same decision twice and didn't make the anchor either times, or made the wrong one. Yeah, or he should have made the 18. Interesting.
Or the 20 and the 22. Either one was fine.
Mm-hmm. Move number 17, 6-4. What did he do here? He hit again? No. Last spare hitting. When in reality, all you want to do is regain mobility and flexibility around the board. With all of your checkers trapped behind, even though it's just a 3', just recirculation is kind of important. Throwing guys into the outfield and trying to get some coverage. I mean, if you hit, he's likely going to hit back, and then all of your guys are going to be behind that little bit of structure, and they're going to be stripped everywhere on the outside. That seems pretty clear. The double fives. Oh, this was the interesting play. It was a blunder. And the best play was bar 15. Yeah, the play we said, just make the outside point.
Right.
In 21-16. I mean, it seems pretty clear because all you want to do is put pressure where the 11, 10, and 9 are, maybe make those and just kind of give up that point to make more outside structure afterwards. Seems pretty clear, but even with that, he still played a 2.5, you know? Pretty good. The 2-6. What did he do? Oh, we made 13-7.
Yeah, I probably would make the 21 and just jump out.
And just hop out, yeah. These are just flexibility issues that he's trying to solve here. With all your points stripped on the outside, you know, you're just down in the race anyway, so you're not really trying to win a race, right? So there we go with that one. 5-2. He didn't hop out. I said he should hop out. He played 13-8, but that's also just a flexibility issue, just stripping your outside points. You just kind of want to throw guys into the outfield, hope you're missed. And I never really like putting checkers on top of like the stacked prime already like this, you know? I'd really rather just have a guy in the outfield and try to make the 9 or the 10 or the 11 or something and really try to hinder the checkers that way.
Yeah.
When they're on top of the prime, I feel like they just, the next place they go is over the head of the checkers, right? Which is not where they really want to be. That's not where they're useful. Behind a double anchor is not where they really want to play, so. Double ones. Oh, this is where we got those.
Double ones. Let's take a look at the cube action here.
I was right. Vindication. The cube action, let's go back to that. Sorry, I'll do my screaming vindication afterwards. So the initial double take. This was a good double. Almost a pass.
Yeah, well, you know, this is a 3-ply, so you never know what it's going to be on a plus or roll out.
It's true. I could put it in XG, but that would require me to have access to the file and then to run it. But, yeah, so good double, good take, though it's close. Could be worse. But, yeah, this double ones was my play. This is interesting. So what did he end up playing? He ended up playing 14, 13, 14. Oh, he left a shot, right? And then slotted 6-5. I said no shot and make the 5. Just shifting, keeping the 6 slotted.
Yeah,
it does all of the things, and it doesn't give him some easy little pick and pass numbers like the 1-6, the 1-4, 1-5 sort of stuff, which might make it easier for him to clear the 11. And then the 6-5 he hit. This is our other play. Oh, it was better just to play 2 down, leaving the double shot. Interesting. Interesting. I was thinking about doing something stupid.
Can Rory join in the audio somehow?
Oh, but why? He would have to then talk about backgammon. Nobody wants to hear Rory talk about backgammon. Actually, I think we'll lose viewers.
Oh, okay.
All right, viewers. Does anybody want to hear Rory talk about backgammon?
Oh, he wants to talk about the streaming tomorrow.
Ah, well, I don't know. Oh, the streaming schedule. Yeah, we'll get him on for that for sure. Okay. I can actually. Oh, you know what? Because I'm on a Facebook call with you, I don't think I can get him on. Maybe after we do this, I can get him on to talk about the streaming afterwards. I'll give him a Zoom link.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Rory goes rude. 3-2. Ah, so the other one was better. The deuce. Remember when we had to enter with the 3 and the deuce? I said 11-9, maybe giving coverage over 6-4, but the other one, for some reason or another, was better. What reason that is?
Did we already talk about the 6-5?
We have no idea. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
It said it was 2 down, volunteering a double shot.
Okay.
14-8, 14-9, and I said I would have done something maybe stupid, and I would have received a big blunder there. But this play really, this play really changed the dynamics of the match, right? Like when he hit here and then he rolled double twos, it really changed everything. And then when we look at the recube, it was a good double and still a take. And it was an easy take. Passing this cube would have been a blunder on by about 300, by like 300, so like 30%. It would have been a blunder if you passed this.
Okay, remember the 5-1? That was kind of a controversial move that Tim had to play on move 46.
Move 46.
After the 3-2, then, you know, you said
after
maybe
the 3-2, 5-1. He was right. Nice, Tim. I would have made something stupid. I would have done something very, 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 very stupid here. I didn't like it. But Tim was right. And kudos to him for that play. Though, double threes counterfeited that to a very high level. Wow. That's pretty sick. Double threes is great anyway, though, right? Doesn't matter what play you choose.
Right.
So why is that so good here, hitting? Does he really need the tempo that much, or is he just trying to just make it to give himself really the time to get out?
Well, yeah, I mean, first of all, Ray can make a 6 prime with certain, 5-2, or he could possibly hit loose or switch or something like that, or roll a 6 and get into the outfield. So he's got all kinds of ways of staying in the game. And when you make the point and hit, I mean, the gammon threat's there, but at least you're doing something constructive. You have 3s and 4s to cover and 6s to come out if you don't get hit back. So getting hit less than a third of the time, I probably would have taken the risk.
It's a tough one. I'll keep that one on my memory banks. Tim made a really good play there. Going down, 6-3. Oh, the double threes was right. Switching.
Oh, okay, good.
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure. So it loses more, but not by as much as I thought. Only by an extra 1% versus not switching. But you pick up an extra 6% gammon, so well worth it. And the 6-3 white has to play. What did he do? Oh, 20-13. Oh, he played 9-6. And he left...
Yeah, I probably going to run all the way out.
Yeah, he left 5-4 and 4-2. No, 4-1, right? Yeah, that seems a little silly. Seems like a bit of an overplay, that's all. And then 5-4. Yeah, I said hit and come out. I always like the hit and come out plays more than the hit and down plays here because I can't tell you how many times I just primed myself by not stepping out when I had the chance early. And I know it's really big, but it's the only play.
But you got a 5-point board and he has 2 up, so if he doesn't respond immediately, he's in very bad shape. And even if he comes in with 1, you still have facing only a 4-point board against a 5-point board, and you're on roll first.
Yeah, and the last thing you want to do is not be able to get out of there after your hit works. That's the worst thing. Your hit works, and then you prime yourself. Your hit works, you cover, and then you all I need is a 4 or a 5. All I need is a 4 or a 5, and you never roll another one again. Game 3. Just breeze through this. 2-1.
Bar 22, yeah.
Bar 22. Yeah, that's what you said. Totally right. The 2-1. It's never a blunder to make the 5-point, right, Mona? See? Just make the 5, of course, but that was clear. He chose, you said, the 3rd best play. It's the 2nd best play. Hitting on the 10 doesn't even show up.
Well, they just give the top 3 on 3 plays, so I don't know where that would stand, but probably is the 2nd best play.
In double 4s, You were right just making the 9, building the structure on the outside instead of hitting on the deuce. Just trying to constrain their position instead of trying to blitz behind an anchor.
Right.
And then the double here was a no double. Really? At the score, I guess.
Yeah, it's only by .026, so it's not that big a no double, and occasionally people panic and they drop, so it might not make the adjustment from money to match play.
Yeah, because for money I said I was passing, but at the score I wasn't sure. But the numbers read 72.4% wins for white with 11% gammons. So to me that means I'm fine passing this for money.
No, it's still a take, because the ratio of gammons to gammons on the other side is less than, well, let's see, not quite more than 3 to 1, but it's less than 3 to 1 on the win-loss, so it should still be a take.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm just going to say I don't like it.
There's an old saying, you don't have to like it.
You don't have to like your medicine. You still have to take it, okay, boy? Is that what you're telling me? Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
All right, looks like I made the wrong play on the double 6 here.
Where's the double 6 at? The double 6 here.
Move 29.
Ah,
you were right.
Vindication. Yeah, but it's not that. 6%. All right. It's not. Yeah, I mean, honestly, just for flexibility's sake, my problem was my next 6 is just awful. I just have to jump out into that.
Yeah, and you give yourself a better chance to make 5-point board.
Mm-hmm. And then his 5-3, Rory looked into this. He said, wait, what is this? 14 to 6? Oh, just leaving it. How many shots were there here? You said 10. Is it 10 shots? Or is it less than 10? If it's less than 10, we can clearly see maybe some things were blocked. Is it 10?
Double deuces is blocked, so it's 5 and 5.
So
it's 10 numbers. I mean, you made good arguments for making the other play.
I'm very convincing. Very convincing. It's interesting.
Maybe it's because if you make your play, he can hit and lift if necessary. Whereas if he makes the other play, unless he goes double fours, he's going to hit the block.
You'll always get the shot back from the roof, so the indirects are better than the directs, huh?
And not only that,
it's one less shot. It's one less shot, and that, and with those things
3-1
combined,
3-1 hits and closes the board, whereas the other play double fours with it. It was one fewer number to hit and close the board.
Okay, so well worth the second blot then.
Yeah.
Well worth the second blot because of all of those other things. If he hits, you can hit back. He can't hit and close the board. Yeah. Okay. And one less number. Very instructive. More things to think about in the future. Game 4. 6-3. What did he do here with this one? He made the 18. He should make the 21 and play 9-3 over his head. Wow.
No, we both agreed on this one.
Yeah, I don't think I could have done it.
Ray.
I don't think I could have done it. Double 6, 5-4. Everything else was just fine. Game 5. Ah. It was a pass.
Wow.
I wasn't sure.
And a big pass, too.
Monster pass. Not double monster, but like pretty medium-sized monster.
He's up enough in the race, and all his numbers play, and Ray's got the ace point made.
He could just point on you. Yeah, he's got the ace point made. Nice pass. Let me see what the numbers are here. He only wins 25% of games, but loses 11% of gammons. Almost 12.
The only bad number he had was 5-2, but only if you played it the way he did. Just kidding.
Yeah, and the way he played it was silly, right? Because he gets rid of the spare on the 8, and that's so needed to make the 5 point. Yeah, I just don't think he saw it. I don't think he saw 6 to 1 because I initially took a second for it, but yeah, it's just clear when you see it. It's funny that he plays at 2.5, but like, imagine how well he plays if he sees this play, right? He'd be in the ones.
Yeah.
Double threes. He hopped out. We did not like that.
Yeah, I like the switch. Let's see where that looks. Yeah,
Bar
not so good.
22, 10 to 4, 7 to 4. Yeah, that would have been my play. Just everything, because you don't have to break anything or shift anything. Things just kind of come in, and we just wait. We just wait. We just wait. Because then, maybe you run off the 21 next roll and leave the 21 and the 22 there. And just keep the extra wide coverage, and it's kind of what you're looking for. 6-2. The pick and pass was bad. Too many numbers, right? You counted them out. You said there was 8 of them, right?
Yep.
That's too much. It's way too much. You think every time he rolls one of those 8 numbers, you've just lost the game, right? And the other way, you could still get away with it. The 6-4. Okay, this was bad. You're just going to the 2-point was right. Because you said 2 blots instead of 1, but it worked out. It worked out, didn't it? He did well. Did he win a gammon this game, or did he get off it finally?
There was no gammon.
There was no gammon in this one? Oh, yeah, he was close, though. All right. Game 6. Blah, blah, 2-1. He said make the 23. Of course, make the 23 because the 23 is better than the 24, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially when the 17-point is stripped like that.
Yep.
And the 3-2. 13, 11, 8 to 5. Yeah, that's just kind of clear.
I was going to mention that at the time, but I didn't.
Yeah. I mean, it just looks clear because I always just favor making permanent structure. I say it a lot, and then once I've made the 11-point, like that's just my best 3. So that's just kind of what you play.
Yeah, but also, I mean, if he makes the play that he made, he's leaving 8 numbers. By slotting, he's only leaving, 14?
He's leaving a bit more, but with the upside of making the 5 if he gets away with it, right? The other way, you might get hit without the guarantee of making it.
And you're going to have 6s playing well for you, otherwise they wouldn't play well.
You're welcome, Rain. Thank you for tuning in today. If you haven't, subscribe to the channel, like the video. The double 5s. What was the best play? Oh, he played that. No, the cube. The cube. I was right. I said this. Did you remember this? I said this?
Yeah, I remember that.
I said this could be a cube.
Like it was yesterday or today.
Yeah, I go, he's got all the indirects, plus the guy's got 2 checkers primed on the 24, so even if you don't hit, okay, but you could. And then you've got yourself a market loss. Got enough indirects to count for it, plus the score. I smelled it. I smelled it, Steve. It was in the air. I would have not missed that one. I would have got that one. I always feel good when I would have got one. All right, game 7, the 5-1 here. Oh, yeah. Let's look at this.
No matter how you played it.
So if the first 5-1 I would not have anchored, how bad would that have been? It would have been bad by about 2%. And then the next 5-1, they wanted you to split off the anchor that you just made to give yourself coverage over some of the 2s.
Pretty fancy.
Like a 5-2. Look at that. Computer, you're so crafty. How do you do it? How do you do it, computer? Computer's pretty crafty, huh? Oh, and it did favor making the 5 over making the 10. Just 13, 7, 8 to 5 times 2. Making the 5-point over the blocking point because you're up in the race. You don't want to be priming yourself. And you've made the 5-point landing spots to get home so you don't have to jump over a gap later, right? Because when you make the other play, you really are just kind of still hoping to make the 5 to get home safely anyways afterwards, right?
Well, I mean, it's obviously wrong because, unless a rollout turns it around. But the benefits are you've got the extra outfield landing spots to land your pieces to bring builders and active builders down to make the 5-point. But conversely, you're not particularly worried about just giving them double sixes, and you get to make your 5-point. And most of your numbers play well after that.
He did roll double 5s. Then the race.
I would have stopped halfway, but I guess it didn't make a difference.
With double 5s?
Yeah, I mean, it's within a thousandth of a point.
Okay. The rest of that game was fine. Oh, the cube. The cube was a double and a pass. We said that. How much was it a pass by? Only 45 millipoints, so like 4.5% of a point. So not too bad. I was on the cusp, but I think I would have decided to pass because 14 pips is 14 pips, right? That's not nothing. Even though the other guy has 2 extra checkers off, you're likely to have quite a few misses along the way. Game 8, 5-3. He hit and came down. It's better to play 24-21. Okay, 6-1. Coming out and 6-5 was right. I thought about this. I thought about this really, really hard. I really did. Move number 11. You see that one,
that's
Steve?
Nice. That's a nice play.
My default is just to hop out, but then, like, do you really want to volunteer the 20 numbers? But with the distribution, with 6 checkers on the 6, I guess it's the play. Even though I thought, like, here's the thing, right? I'm leaving shots anyway. Breaking the 13 to make the 7 is not 0 shots, right?
Well, I mean, but you could. I mean, it's a wrong play, but you could play 8-2, 24-23, or 8-1. But it's anti-positional, and you're going to probably end up paying for it later.
Well, how many numbers hit on the 13 besides the 11 directs? We've got 9s and 10s, right? But double 5s are blocked, so 6, 4,
17
numbers versus 20 to potentially make the 5.
Yeah.
And bring the other guy out. Seems like a good trade-off.
It does indeed.
He would have got away with it too. Double 5s was misplayed.
Well, 3 points almost right. Yeah, making the 3-point then just safety in the blot.
Good play. Very nice. Yep. And then we had the double 4s. Making the ace. I didn't even see it. Even if I saw it, I don't know if I would have made it. Wow. Powerful. I don't know if I could have made that one. I would have just made the... Wow, the 9 was better than the 4. Leaving the direct 6?
Pretty unusual.
The 9 was better? I mean, I guess the 6 is duped, but, like, come on, really? Wow. Interesting play there. Rest of game 8 was fine. Game 9. We've got the 5-3 here.
It was a double and a take. Bear double.
This position, yeah. Yeah, this is a nice cube at the score. We can see it. You make the 5 hit. Things could go good.
Diversification of numbers.
Which you mentioned, yep.
Yeah. Oh, this was an interesting move. We talked about this for a while.
Yeah, just clear the 9, huh? I mean, it
seems
so basic.
Yeah.
It seems so clear. It seems so clear now, doesn't it? So the other plays 21-13. is only wrong by a little bit. 21 to 18, 9 to 4. Yeah,
A
they're
lot
all
of them.
really close.
This might require a rollout to determine.
Then the 5-4 for
Hmm.
white. 2 blots was too
Okay.
much.
Interesting.
It's a little too cute with
Well,
the duplication, I guess. 2 blots can
yeah,
get you G'd.
because it's not only duplicated, it's also diversified at the same time. Because deuces, he doesn't come in on deuces, but he comes in with aces, threes, and fours, and hits with deuces.
So what you're saying is maybe if the 3-point were made instead of the 2-point, maybe it would be
Perhaps. I
close.
mean, I don't know that you're going to be able to recover 88, by
Yeah.
simply doing the pure duplication, but
Yeah.
uh, it was
2
the issue of the
blots
two
too
blocks.
many at the score. Let's see what the numbers say for that. So 51-48 after the right play, 51-49 after the play, 12% gammons on each side. White wins slightly less with this play, but saves 6% gammons. So it goes from 51-49 to basically 50-50. So he sacrifices 1% of wins and loses an extra 6% gammons. So
Quite a bit.
yeah, definitely don't want to give up that lead. Game number 10 is what it is. 3-1. You see, if you're going to leave the shot, why not break the outside point, right? That's what we said. If you're going to do that play, why not try to clear it? And, yeah. Breaking the 8 would have been bad. Just trying to get rid of the outside point would have been right. Double threes. What was the right double threes here? Oh, yeah, just down into the 7. Okay. What did he play? 13-1? Oh, yeah, that seems silly, right? Because you want to make the 4.
Well, you're giving up a little bit of outfield coverage, but if you play it correctly, you have a lot more numbers to be able to eventually make your 4-point.
And we didn't even mention this play with the 5-2, so hopping out is obviously right, but instead of 5-3, 3-1.
No, I didn't mention that. I said either 5-3 or 3-1 with the
Okay,
deuce.
I don't remember hearing that. Yeah. But no, 3-1 obviously looks much better than 5-3, at least to my eyes. I like those little shifting plays. And the 3-1, you were right, he should have run. How about the 4-1, the roll before? Nope, they said they should have stayed. So the 4-1 was good to stay, but 3-1 was right to run. And then 4-1 afterwards, it was still right to run. Even though we got all the extra shots. But I said that. I said if you stay this roll, the problem is you might trick yourself into staying the next roll. And it happened.
Yeah, there was some gammon risk. What was the gammon risk after that play?
After the 4-1? Only 2.5%. Wait, no, if he runs... If he doesn't run, 11%.
Yeah.
Which is
Where do you
significant.
see that, by the way?
What do you mean?
Oh, do you have it back into XG already?
No, I'm on the website. So if you
Oh,
click on the play and you click on detail, it'll
okay.
bring you into what it normally shows on the lower left-hand corner of XG, and it tells you all the numbers and everything. So he picks up an extra 2.2% wins by sticking around, but only an extra 11% gammons. I mean, the thing is, he doesn't really get that many wins because the guy will already have 8 or 9 checkers off, and you don't have a 6-point, which means your winning chances, even if you hit, aren't that good.
That's all true. Okay, we're on to the last game.
Last game, and we saw the cube decision in this one, so spoiler alert, wasn't a good cube. Wasn't a good cube. In double fives, just make the 5. Leave the 20. Wow.
Oh, nice move.
At the score.
Yeah,
at the score.
I didn't see that at all.
Of course. I thought of it and then said this to myself. That's stupid. Why would I do that? But at the
No, that's
score, it's the only it's the best play for sure.
it's the brilliant. It wins the brilliancy prize.
Wow, fantastic. You know what would have been do you know what would have been great?
What's that?
Having made that play over the board, regardless of the result, making that
Oh,
play would have felt good.
like in 3 seconds. Boom.
Boom, just done. Done. And the other guy just goes, "Oh shit, that was quick." But all right, Steve, thank you for doing this with me. I'm actually quite pleased to have done this with you. I had a really good time. Hope the viewers had a good time. We're going to sign off now. Thank you for sticking around to the very end if you were able to. I hope you enjoyed the match. If you can, smash the like button on this video. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel so we'll you know, push out some more content for you whenever I feel like it. Yes, of course, whenever I feel like it. But but yeah, no, it was a good time, Steve. Thanks for doing this with me.
Thank you, Justin. Have a good night.
Oh.